would it make you feel to wear your own hair and feel confident, feel sexy, feel like you're in your truest self? How would that make you feel, and are you willing to do the work to get it? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis Kimberly. If this is your first time here, in today's video, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I felt really inspired today to do something that I don't normally do on my channel. I normally, as you guys know, do very tactical kind of videos, tutorials, and just like very tangible stuff, information that I like to share with you guys in the hopes of helping you guys with your hair journey. I still intend to do that, but in this video, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to talk about mindset and how your mindset really is the number one component that goes into achieving any and every goal that you set, your hair goals included. This is a really spontaneous video. I did not really even intend or plan to talk about this, but considering we are exactly 1 week to the day of Kobe Bryant's passing, I just felt really moved and compelled to talk to you guys about mindset. I spent a lot of time this morning going through some of Kobe's last interviews, and beyond just being an amazing, incredible athlete, that man's mind was just so beautiful. It was in such a place of strength and self-awareness. It's very rare that people really ever get to experience themselves on that deep of a level. And I just feel like these are things that you can apply to any area of your life. It doesn't have to just be limited to sports. Your mindset is really going to set yourself up for your achievements. So if you're on a hair journey, it's really important that you get your mind in the right place before you take that plunge so that you can actually guarantee your success. So that's what we're gonna be talking about in this video. And if you're not subscribed to my channel already, I always have to say, come on, join the fam, hit that red button down below, as well as the notification bell so that you can be alerted every time I upload a video every Sunday. Now, the first mindset shift that is super important is to stop perpetuating these limiting beliefs. I remember when I was a little girl, as young as kindergarten, I had a friend, and her name's Alexandra. Alex, if you're watching, shout outs to you. We're still friends. Her hair was super, super long, super, super thick, curly, beautiful. And I was just like looking at her hair like, oh my God, I wish I had her hair. It's just so beautiful. And we would play with dolls together, and we would braid their hair. And you know, like back in the day, Barbies only had one hair type, which was like type 1, as straight as can be, you know, nothing to resemble African American hair. And I'm growing up and I'm realizing, or I'm developing this complex almost, that Black women cannot grow long hair. And I carried this belief into my adulthood. Even today, I catch myself saying, you know, oh, my hair at my nape, it doesn't grow past a certain length, or my hair at my nape just grows slower, it always breaks off, it's weaker, things like that. Or like my edges, I was just not blessed, I don't have thick edges, or my hair is really thin at the top of my hair and I just don't really like it, and it's not gonna get any thicker, it's genetics. Like I even in my adulthood, I continue to perpetuate these thoughts, these beliefs. They're things that we tell ourselves that we believe to be true that limit our span, our view of what's possible. A thought that we continue to think becomes a belief. That belief ends up manifesting in our lives to be true because we look for all the different ways to prove that belief to be true. So we say, oh, I'm getting some breakage in the back of my hair. I told you that my hair was weak in the back. I'm having another setback. Oh, you know, I told you my hair doesn't grow past a certain length. I told you that. Like, look, look at me. This is exactly what I told you. Oh, my hair keeps snapping. I mean, I told you that my hair was super fine. These are the limiting beliefs that we have then convinced ourselves to be true. And then in order to make ourselves feel better, We make excuses for why we can't have certain things. Oh, I can't have long hair because it's not in my DNA. Nobody in my family has long hair. It's just not in the cards for me. Oh, I can't spend the time that I need to take care of my hair because I'm super duper stressed at work. I can't put in the time. I mean, insert excuse, and you will find any sort of reason to convince yourself that you can't do a certain thing or you're not getting the outcome because of some other external source that has nothing to do with you. When in actuality, it is you standing in your own way. These limiting beliefs will cap you where you are, they'll stifle your growth, and they won't allow you to achieve the goals you're set out to achieve. You won't reach mid-back length. You won't get anywhere past shoulder length. You won't reach the thickness that you want, the luster that you want. And you'll continue to perpetuate this belief system and look for all of the different ways to prove yourself correct. Of course you're not going to get to the length that you want. You've already told yourself that this is not something that's attainable for you, and you're using any sort of setback to be like, hey, here's the card. I'm correct. I can't do what it is that I want to do. And this is not me trying to make anyone feel bad. This is actually me coming from a very vulnerable place myself, because I've been there. Leave a comment down below if you have felt these sorts of limiting beliefs, and if you've ever stood in your own way, whether it's for your hair journey or something else, some other achievement that you want, because I think that this is something that's much more common than that people are really willing to talk about. And the next mindset shift that you need to make is discipline. Are you willing to do the work? How badly do you want it? What are you willing to sacrifice? Because any goal, if you are really serious about that goal, you are going to do whatever it takes to make sure that that goal comes into fruition. It's one thing to make something a choice or a priority. It's another thing to make that thing non-negotiable. A choice is temporary. A choice at any point in time can be overcome by another choice. You say one day, okay, I want to work out 5 days a week. That's the choice that you make. You've decided, okay, from here on out, I'm going to work out 5 days a week. But then you end up, you had to stay up late for whatever reason. You had to do homework late, whatever the reason is, you had to stay up late. And then the next morning, instead of getting up to work out that morning like you told yourself that you were going to, you then make the choice that you would rather hit snooze and sleep a little bit later because you're tired. So that's what I'm saying. A choice is temporary. Whereas when you say that you're going to make something non-negotiable, you say, look, I have a goal. I don't care how tired I am. I don't care how much I have to do today. I don't care how many friend dates I need to decline. I don't care. I am going to put this goal as my number one priority to the sacrifice of everything else. That's a non-negotiable. So are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to stand out of your own way and do what it is that you want to do? Why is reaching mid-back length meaningful to you? How would having thicker, fuller hair make you feel? How would being able to wear your own hair, no weave, no extensions, how would it make you feel to wear your own hair and feel confident, feel sexy, feel like you're in your truest self? How would that make you feel? And are you willing to do the work to get it? Are you willing to moisturize every day? Are you willing to deep condition on days when you are tired and you don't want to spend the extra 30-40 minutes on doing that with your hair? Are you willing to take your time when you're detangling your hair? I mean, if you're serious about a hair journey, then you need to be serious about every component of that hair journey. Now, for me, I'm saying this from a place of understanding. I am an attorney. I work full time. My work is very demanding. I have a long commute to work. I mean, time is usually not on my side, but the same 24 hours that Beyonce has, you have. If she can get done all the things that she needs to get done, then so can you. It's just a matter of just reconfiguring your schedule, reconfiguring and reprioritizing really the things in your life that are important to you and sticking to that. And try in whatever way that you can to make that easier. If, for me, when I come home from work, I am tired as hell. Reaching for my bonnet is a struggle sometimes, and if I'm not careful, I will knock out without my bonnet on. And a way to make that easier, buy a satin pillowcase, so that if that happens, you at least know your hair is protected. I mean, little things that you can do to make your process easier, do it, because if this is your goal, then you need to find a way. Let me know in the comments down below if you would like a video on time management as it relates to your hair journey, because I know that it was a big thing for me for a long time. So if that's something you're interested in, then let me know down below. And another mindset shift that you should implement is really recognizing your weaknesses from an objective point of view and working to try to fix them. I mean, people who are successful, the most successful people, are solution oriented. They can identify a problem, but their main focus is trying to find the resolve, the solution. And I encourage the same for you. You have thinning hair, then you need to start Googling, Instagramming, searching ways that you can wear your thin hair in a style that's gonna make it look fuller, that's going to give you the desired look that you're looking for. You've got thin edges, then honey, you need to go to the beauty supply store and pick up some castor oil and start applying that to your edges, or some vitamin E. You gotta look for solutions. The people that we follow on Instagram or on YouTube who have this amazing, beautiful long hair, they didn't start that way. They worked at it. It's like building a muscle. You try something, you assess if it works for you. You might fail, you might get knocked down a little bit, you might experience some breakage, but you learn from it. In that moment of failure, or in that moment when you are not experiencing the result that you want, you identify that and you learn from it and you grow from it, because it's like, now, okay, I know that that thing didn't work for me, but now I'm going to approach it this way so that I can get a better outcome. But I think ultimately, being able to separate you from your hair, or in Kobe Bryant's situation, separating himself from the sport itself and looking at it from a bird's eye view of, okay, this is what I need to do. I'm going to take myself out of it. This is what I need to do in order to achieve the goal that I want. For you, for your hair goal, you need to look at your hair for what it is from an objective point of view and say, okay, look, these are the things that I want to work on. These are the things that I want to improve in the health of my hair. What am I going to do to fix it? You implement the practice, you assess if it's working, you reassess, pivot, and try something else when something's not working. You learn from it, and that's the muscle that you're building in order to reach your goal. Be intentional, be deliberate, and be purposeful, and your goals will come to you. So yeah, I mean, I know that this was a little bit of a different style video, but I just felt super inspired by Kobe Bryant's story. I felt super inspired by his speeches, and I will link down below the speech that I thought was just so on point and so inspiring, so that you guys can check it out too. But do not underestimate your goals. I mean, if you have a hair goal, that's a big deal. I mean, as Black women, we grow up with this idea that we can't grow our hair to be long and healthy. And to kind of debunk that notion that we create in our minds, or that we learned as children growing up, it's a hard thing. And we're still like, that hair has always been that one thing that Black women, we're just like, we're always striving for more, we're always striving for better. So take it seriously. I am too, because I'm guilty of it as well, as like putting it on the back burner. But like, let's do it, because it's more than just hair. It's your confidence, it's your crown, and really cultivating that and proving to yourself that the promises that you set, the goals that you set, you're going to follow through with them. So I hope that was helpful, that was inspiring. I'm definitely obviously going to talk more about like tactical, practical things on my channel, but I just wanted to hop on and talk a little bit more from like, kind of like a go get it girl kind of like angle, I guess. So if you like this video, then definitely give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Have you been struggling on your hair journey? I know it's like already February 2020 and most people have already ditched their January resolutions. So let me know, have you guys been sticking with your resolutions? Have you been sticking with your hair goals? Have you experienced any sort of, breakthrough? Have you had any sort of setback along the way? How are you going to implement new practices to overcome them? Leave a comment down below. Let's start a conversation. And until next time, guys, I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.